Okay, we're going to get started with our breakout sessions, and we're only, what are we, about 7 minutes behind where we thought we'd be after we were 30 minutes behind, so we're almost on time, I think. Okay, I believe in democracy, so how many people would like to have me pick up where I left off and start reading more of the many accomplishments of Dr. Effie Chow? And how many would like me to get off the stage so we can experience the energy of Dr. Effie Chow? I'm with you.
Can you, Gary,
yes.
Can you move the chairs back for right now?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to put them at the very back?
Yeah.
Okay.
For now, first of all. And then I'll ask for it after. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you very much, Gary.
Oh, my pleasure. Anything for you.
You all heard that, right? Gary, we all heard that. Okay. And let's pay homage to the universal chi and pay respect for yourself and for the others. So if you'll stand with your feet together when you're bowing at attention, and you put your hand down. When you start with intention, and you finish with intention. So, thank you. Okay. How many have had their hugs? Yes? How many didn't have their hugs? Anybody did not get the hugs? Okay, get one hug next to each other at least. Come on, one hug to each other. That's it. And heart to heart. This is the Effie Chow heart to heart. I need one too. Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Laura.
I always get what. Thank you. I was going to joke with you when the men were explaining how they felt. I was going to say one said that they couldn't resist you, and the other one says that it was magnetic. So you get guys to call you irresistible and magnetic.
Wow, that's terrific. Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
You're a blessing to me.
Thank you. All right. Hey, Chen-Hee. Wow, that made a sound. Okay, thank you. All right, so now I can go home. You get people hugging, and that's it, right? Now there's another dimension to the hug. Thank you for coming. Another dimension of the hug is when you approach somebody, you just go a slight bow. Not quite as deep a bow, it's a complete bow. But just bring your hands together and just bow like this and then have your hug. The reason is that you're pulling the universe together and focusing on that person. For that moment, that person and you are the most important thing in this whole wide world and whole wide planet. And so you want to give that specialness to the person. Yes? How many have children? Yes? And you know that you've been advised, give your children some undivided time. Is that right? And if you gave them undivided time when you're with them, you don't need to give them as much time. But if you're always being pulled by different things when you're with your child, then the child feels that they're ignored, even though you're with them. How many feel that is so? And similarly, yourself is that way. So for that moment, you give this undivided time, and you're pulling the whole universe together to connect. Yes? So henceforth, when you hug, do that, okay? And which side? Yes, so that your heart touches. So the other way, your heart. So people always know when people have been to my workshops, because they do the Effie Chow heart-to-heart hug, you know, right? And so, all right. And some of you don't like to touch, and some of the people don't like to touch. So also feel that. If they're kind of resistant, there's always a buddy hug. What's a buddy hug? Shoulder, that's right. And then you kind of like this, and you're handshaking, sort of, and you do this, so that it's not threatening. Okay, so start that. And also put your hand on a person's arm when you talk to them. Touch more. You know, the arm, okay? Not here, not there, not here. Verboten, okay? Anybody who's Italian knows what that means, right? Verboten means this, like that, okay? So if you begin to touch more, then you'll feel more comfortable with hugging. So if you feel uncomfortable with hugging, it's okay. But if you touch more appropriately, you will get more energy, you will get more connection, and you start that way, all right? So now we're talking about stress's role with pain. I know it's supposed to be portrayed positively, but first I want you to know what the meaning of stress is. Dr. Hans Selye, who is the originator of that word stress, 40 years ago they thought he was loco, cuckoo, yeah? Because stress, what is stress, you know, etc. And at NIH, which is National Institutes of Health, you all know that, the prestigious research arm of the government. And even 25 years ago, 30 years ago, they began to respect the fact that stress was a precursor of all conditions. So in high blood pressure, I was on the council with the Heart, Lung, Blood Institute. And they began to say, okay, let's deal with stress before we give them high blood pressure pills. Yes, so that's good. Right. So now